All right, it's been a while since I've done this, and I know some of y'all are going to be extremely excited to see your boy back doing a video. Let me address that real quick. So, it's two things, right? Reason why y'all really hadn't seen me is the first is at my job, which is now my previous job since I no longer work there. Um, some of my students found my channel and it was causing me issues. So I just had to stop doing videos for a while. And like I said, I no longer work there. And before rumors spread, no, I left the job. I quit. I don't want anybody, because I know some of them still follow me. Don't go off talking about, oh, he was let go. No, I purposely left. Um, so that's number one. Number two, I ain't really had the motivation to do videos in a while, even beyond that, because quite frankly, we're going to end up with bullshit like what I'm about to talk about tonight. Um, I hope that addresses my absence. And I do apologize to the people that were looking forward to my content. I'm not saying today is the day where you're going to start getting my content again like that on a regular basis, but we'll see. Having said that, let's talk about the title of this video. I'm going to frame this perfectly so that, I don't make any, confusion or things about this. This is not going to be a well informed video. This is going to be an emotional video, how I feel. Okay? And I want to also make sure that I state I did not watch the All Star game. I didn't care. And judging by the reactions to everybody, which is what kind of prompted this, I made the right decision. Now, I've looked at some highlights here and there. I'm not going to talk about the actual plays of the game because I don't care. It's whatever. You'll figure it out as you continue to listen to this video. Here's the thing. I don't want to hear players telling me or anybody else that watches the content of the NBA, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, we could do something, I'm sure. First off, that's a whole lot of bullshit, Dame and Bron. Of course, you could do more. Like, we know this, but let's really talk about what this is, right? This is a LeBron James issue. And yes, if you're a Bron fan and all this other stuff, look, y'all know how I feel about Bron. As a player, great. All that other crap he does, I don't care. This is not a traditional I hate Bron video. This is not what this is about. But here's the problem, right? And I challenge anybody that says you're full of shit to go look it up for what I'm about to say. This is LeBron James' fault because this is a reflection of that motherfucker's leadership. I said it. Let me tell you why. First off, I don't give a damn about the score. Fuck the score. The score is irrelevant to this entire thing. They could have scored 400 points. If it was 400 entertaining points, nobody would have gave a fuck. It's not about the points. Because back in the early 2000s, the All-Star game barely broke like 120 points, if that 110. And it was a great All-Star game. If you grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, I'm pretty sure you've probably been on the internet long enough. You've seen that video of like the last 2 minutes of that All-Star game where it was Kidd, Iverson, Kobe, and all them guys out there hooping. And I think the score was like barely, I think the score barely got to like 112, 113, somewhere in there. It wasn't a high scoring game. But these are the All Stars. And these ain't no bums. All these guys are Hall of Famers. Like the upper echelon, top 5, top 10 players, they position level talents going at it. So don't tell me it's about the points. Because that All Star game was fire. Straight up. This is a reflection of the leadership that LeBron is having on the NBA and the players. Because let me tell you something. When Kobe Bryant was still here, this wouldn't have happened. This never happened. This never happened. Matter of fact, since Kobe pretty much retired, that's what it's been. Because everybody looks up to LeBron. Whatever he says goes. They said this in a bubble. Hey, whatever LeBron decides to do, that's what we do. Because he is the de facto leader. This is why I'm blaming you. And y'all can send it to him, whatever. I don't care, he probably won't listen. He may, whatever. Bro, it's your fault, bro. Y'all sit here, and I'm going to tell you why. Look, when Kobe died, and they had the All-Star game, they played the All-Star game, and it looked like, okay, this reminds me of what it was. So don't tell me, we don't know what's going on. You make up in your mind whether you want to go out there and play. It's not about, oh, okay, we don't know. You get to decide because you're out there on the court. You get to sit there, put the ball in the hole, make the decisions, play defense, do whatever. It's fine if you want to have a quarter or two to just show off your skills and do that. That's nothing. Nobody is tripping about that. But, and it has happened before where it's like that first half is usually y'all just doing whatever. After that, it's go time. It's always kicked in the high gear. Y'all are trying to win. That's how it's always been. And you mean to tell me you don't know what the hell's going on? I don't want to hear that shit. Steph, I'm giving Steph a pass. Because Steph, whenever he goes out there, Steph is always trying to entertain. It doesn't matter. He's always trying to be impactful and show his leadership. I got no problem with Steph, but even Steph defers to Bron. Because like I said, Bron is the guy. If Bron goes out there and says, all right, listen up. Everybody, we playing serious the entire time. Ain't no point. If you not here to play, don't get on this goddamn court. What you think everybody gonna do? They gonna follow. That's part of the problem. Again, Kobe here, T-Mac here, Kid, AI, Duncan, KG, Dirk. When all those dudes was here and they was still running show, this was never a concern. We always look forward to the All-Star game. It's an All-Star weekend. Dunk contest, here's the thing. I'm just being straight up honest. It's not about having the high-profile guys. It's about having the guys that actually can jump and dunk. I don't want to see some guy that's just going to slam the ball real damn hard. I don't care about that. Get me the guys that actually got some vert and some creativity and put them out there. The reason why Zach LaVine AG was so great, it's not because they just sit there and was just like, ram, and just broke the rim. They had vert and they had creativity and they were willing to do things and push it in ways that other people can't. Just because you want to go dunk, don't mean you should dunk. People want to put this on Bron. Look, I don't blame Bron for that. I blame the players in general. And I blame the league in general too because, shout outs to Matt McClung, he won, but I ain't gonna front. I don't want to see Matt McClung dunk. I don't. And he's not a bad dunker. I just don't want to see him. Who cares? I want to see Zach LaVine and Eric Gordon again. I can watch Zach LaVine and Eric Gordon play every year. I don't care about nobody else. Put the guys that actually can do something on the court. That's all I ask for. I don't damn about that other shit. I don't care if Jaylen Brown out there. What are he going to do? He going to dunk over Castanet for what? Who cares? He's not a leaper. Get him out of here. But respect to him at least trying. 3-point contest, man, that's always gonna be fun. Nothing need to change about that. It don't need to be a skills competition. You know, what happened to the sophomore rookie game? Now it's US versus the world. Some of this stuff is just stupid. All-Star weekend has diminished because of the leadership, mainly brought for the All-Star game, but just in general, they just doing stupid stuff. The dunk contest again. I don't care that they're necessarily big names. I care about having the best jumpers and leapers. Some of these cats that just came fresh out of college got some hops. Let them go out there and do it. Matter of fact, the dunk contest would be better to promote your role player guys that got like those highlight windmill like crazy dunks. That's what it would be best for. When Zach LaVine was still considered a role player and wasn't really an all-star, that's when it was good. Aaron Gordon, role player. That's when it's great. Yeah, okay, Dominique, MJ, and everybody else, I get that. Historically, that's how it's been. Fine. But it just so happened that those guys are some fantastic leapers that got all the hang time in the world and could do those things. I'm just saying. I don't want to see Mac McClung again. Like, give me the guys that can actually jump. Let that be, like, and if Ja Morant and Zion want to do it, fuck it, let them do it. I don't have an issue with that, but they can actually jump. And so it would be like, okay, let's watch. It would be entertaining to see that happen. But I don't care about the rest of these guys. Like, they truly don't matter. And I hate to, diss them like that, but I ain't trying to watch them. Like, I don't need to see Mac McClung again. We're still talking about how good Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon was years after it had happened. That should tell you something. We still talk about Vince Carter. We still talk about, Spud Webb. We still talk about MJ and the rest of these guys. Like, years removed, we still have these discussions about them. Anyway, we'll put that to the side. The All-Star game is shit. All-Star weekend, for the most part, is shit. The Shannon versus Stephen A thing is cool, and I like that. I just think you need more rambunctiousness and braggadociousness, right? Like, if here's the thing, and this is something I've always thought. I don't like that we have All-Star weekend in the middle of the season. I would rather have All-Star weekend after the NBA Finals. Have All-Star weekend in, and then let all the people, and people are going to be like, oh, well, most of these guys are not going to be in shape. Bullshit, they doing runs. Have them announce first team, second team, third team, all NBA, first team, second team defense, MVP, 6-man. Have them do it all then. And then you can have them play the All-Star game. That way, we ain't just looking at who had the best year thus far. We could say, all right, for the entire 23 to 24 season, these were the guys. And also extend the All-Star players to like 15. There's no reason it shouldn't be 15-15 on both sides. 24 is there. That's really what should happen. I would much rather the players get like a break in the middle of the season, like they do now, except for All-Star. Let them get a couple days off. Let them make it like all right, halfway through, everybody get like a bye. Everybody get like a week off, no basketball for the teams to just recoup, and get ready for the second half push of the season. Then you play all the way through playoffs and all that. And then at the end, you sit there, you have the All-Star game, and that could happen before the draft, whatever. It keeps the NBA relevant. Not that it matters because, there's the draft and then there's free agency and whatnot. And, y'all know how that goes. But I would rather it be that versus we seeing this crap. And quite frankly, because there's been a lot of talk about them changing the All-Star game and getting rid of it. Here's what I suggest, right? I would suggest instead of making two teams, 5v5, well, two teams of 12, there's there's six teams of five taken from, what is it, each division? And so the teams in each division, like, instead of voting for all stars traditionally in the sense of, you get your starters and then you got your reserves, you vote by division. And then the players in that division are competing with the players in that division. So now you build your team based off of that. So, and I'm not gonna try to sit here in front of y'all and be like I know each team that's in every division, but let's just pretend for a moment that in the West it's Sacramento, Portland, uh, Golden State, the Lakers, and the Clippers. Right? Let's just assume that they're all in the same division, even if they're not. And so you pick your all stars from that, or that group's representatives, and you basically build your squad from that. And then those guys, those five, have to go play, another five, and it's like single elimination, and you can have them play. I don't know, first to 50, and so you get each group has their squad that plays 5v5, and you get to see the best players play the best players. Now you might say, all right, what about a team like Portland that don't really have any talent? Then that's fine. You just vote Paul George and Kawhi from the Clippers. I'm just saying you pick from the rotation or that group. And then you might say, well, there's some groups that are going to have more power than the others. Oh, well, sorry to tell you, but that's the way it is. So let it be. And then you get to see a team that's like Steph, LeBron, Kawhi, and Paul George, and maybe Sabonis or Fox versus I don't know, whatever grouping you want to put together. Maybe it's Trey, Jimmy, Bam, Paulo, whatever. You might say, all right, that's a mismatch, but there's pride there. Now you have to represent your group, your division, and you got to play amongst each other that way. And it's not about, okay, we're just sitting here as all stars. You're playing to win because you're representing your division now. So you can't just go out there half-assed, because we're gonna look at you like, oh, y'all division ain't that tough because you just lost at the All-Star game. How you didn't make it that far and blah blah blah. Like, bragging rights really is there now. People want to talk about incentivizing. Maybe that's what you do, but that would be my suggestion. And I don't know. There's plenty of other things to do, but fuck the All Star game. Fuck All Star weekend, to be honest, because really it's just the celebrity game, and then there's the 3-point shooting contest, and that's pretty much it. Nobody really cares. Like, you'll watch the All Star game, be like, okay, let's see if they play. All right, if they ain't playing, change channel, and that's all there is to it. But that's all I got. Peace.